Oh, welcome back here to the neighbour's laptop. It's an IdeaPad S145. It's only got 4 gig of RAM, which is a bit rubbish, and only one slot, so I can't upgrade it. But today's job is the keyboard, because it has problems. All of the keys feel fine, but and they're all working today, which is incredible. The past few days it has been very funny with typing in letters. Some would mix up with others. Despite my cleaning, didn't get any better. The lag you see is because we're booting off a USB stick, but we have a replacement shell. So these keyboards are plastic riveted on, so you can't just take the keyboard out, which is quite rubbish. So we've got a whole new top here, which is allegedly for the same model. The only difference I'm seeing is this space bar has like a little backlight key on it. The rest of it though is looking pretty alright, so we're going to shut this down and get that plugged in, and hopefully that fixes it. I did buy another one for £20, but it was horrible condition, so I kind of only wanted to get the keyboard board out of that and then swap it with this one, but apparently not. So let's get this shut down and then start taking it apart. So on the underside of the laptop here, it is entirely Phillips head screws. Not many of them, as you can see, just around the edges, and then plastic clips for the rest, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. I've also laid down a quick blue sheet here to basically just protect the laptop from getting any additional scratches. So yeah, I'm going to get all these screws off and we'll have a look on the inside and see what we've got. So we're now onto the inside of the laptop. The 4 screws on the front here are different to the rest of them. But aside from that, oh, and the middle one. Let's move that out of the way. Keep them together. Aside from that though, it's a pretty basic system. We've got a very basic cheapo SSD. I imagine that's probably been put in and isn't stock. It doesn't look very original, is what I'm getting from that. We'll have to remove the battery, the motherboard. We've basically got to take out the entire thing and swap it onto the new baseplate. But honestly, it's not looking too bad at all, really. We've got, you know, battery, SSD, these little sideboards there. That one, okay, that's interesting. They actually use one of the case screws to hold that in. The fan and the heatsink. Presumably this is where you could have some soldered memory, so maybe an extra 4 gig. No GPU on this model and no VRAM for that GPU that's missing. It looks like you could have an NVMe drive in here. I do actually have a lot of NVMe drives, so that is a possibility, because this is only a 128 gig, and you know, I've got a lot of drives like this one, which I, you know, when I buy laptops, I typically upgrade them, especially if I'm going to resell them, and just take out the OEM drives because they're handy to keep around. So yeah, that's also a possibility. It really annoys me though that we've only got one slot, because I don't have any 8 gig sticks. I've got 4 gig sticks, but not 8 gig sticks. So we're a bit stuck on that front. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. So I'm going to start tearing this down and start reinstalling things onto the new bottom panel, I guess. How is this exactly going to work? It is looking like, yeah, we literally just move things over one thing at a time. So we're approaching the finish line now. We've got most of the bits reassembled onto here now. However, I've noticed there is this additional cable on this one. coming out from where the keyboard is. So obviously this has to bend round. I'm presuming though that this is to do with the way the keyboard is backlit. But the issue I have is that I don't see which one this would connect to, because I don't think this board supports it unless it's on the other side, which is also a possibility. I also need to very gently pry up the old CMOS battery here as well. There we go. Battery is all disconnected, which is fine. That's going to be probably the last thing we install. I have also noticed the new one comes with speakers built in. They aren't the cleanest of things, but we'll take them because they're there. And also the fact that taking these off looks a little bit annoying, so we're just going to leave them there. So all we've really got left is the motherboard. The Wi-Fi card will also need, that's going to need a screw coming out, and then after that we're looking in very good shape to be able to take this and pop it where this guy is once we've got the old hinges off here. So yeah, it's going a lot better than I expected. And actually we're gonna have to remove that Lenovo warranty sticker right there, which, as we know, they're a bit shouldn't be a thing anymore. And then we've also got a few bits there, presumably that's the screen cable. We'll also have to reconnect the antennas, unfortunately. But other than that, this is going quite well. Oh, and also we've got a new touchpad, because this one comes with one. So, yeah. So to answer my question of whether or not there was anything under the board for the backlight connector, the answer is no. There's a scratch, which actually, oh no, that's just like, that appears to be dust. Yeah, no backlight connector, so that's just going to have to not be plugged in, which is a bit of a shame. And it is amazing just how small these motherboards are compared to, you know, what we used to have. So yeah, that will sit in a little like that. And then all we need to do is, we've got these out of the way, so we just need to pull the hinges off of this one and we can reinstall that onto this base plate, which I think I'm going to do before I install the motherboard. Although, no, I'll install the motherboard first, why not? Because we can have it basically pre-ready then, right? So all we have to do is get the hinges on. So everything on the board is now prepared, and we've got everything installed. I've just hooked the keyboard backlight cable up here. I have checked everywhere on the board, and there is definitely nowhere for it to plug in. So that is unfortunately a downside of this cheaper model. I presume the connector will be around here somewhere, or maybe even one of these, but well, they're saying that it won't be that, that's like transistor. So everything bar the battery is now installed, and I have checked this keyboard connector multiple times. It is actually correct that it's a bit slanted. Everything has gone fine. We've got the Wi-Fi cables in, the antennas. The hinges are back in on both sides, nice and tight. So all we've got to do now is put the battery in, plug the charger in, and give it a try. Okay, we are all back together now. Let's plug the charger in. I've not screwed in anything at the bottom, but it's there. We've got an orange charging light, so that's good. And the power button works. It's immediately booting my USB, so that's very good. And I'm hoping that this is a very good sign. And then we'll also need to check our trackpad works too, speakers, everything pretty much. So we're here at the desktop now. Touchpad is working, screen is working. How do we right click? We need device manager. Audio, it says we have audio. Perfect, that's all working. I don't think this has... Oh no, there you go. There is a Wi-Fi adapter. Yeah, there's our Wi-Fi. That's all good. Battery 74% until charged. Everything appears to be working. Obviously we don't have the no backlight on the keyboard, but can't do anything about that. The rest of it though is all good, so let's reboot it back into its original operating system, which we can't get into, but I just want to quickly test it, as far as the lock screen at least. Problem is I don't really have nails. There we go. And presto, look at that. So this thing is fully repaired now. I need to screw it back together. And there we go. A very nice laptop indeed. Shame it's only got 4 GB of RAM, but it runs Windows 11-ish. So there we have it. A laptop that would have otherwise been thrown away. Now perfectly working. So it's running on its own battery power at the minute, so the charger is disconnected. Obviously it's not connected to my Wi-Fi, but the battery there is working. All of the keyboard keys work. Obviously we don't have the backlighting because of the motherboard bit. It's all screwed back together. And yeah, it's not too bad of a laptop. Shame it's only got a Pentium Gold in it, which we don't have the sticker for anymore. But yeah, happy days. Catch you in the next one.